What's good, people? Chris Leg, Des Deuce Deuce, Antonio MMA, Mike Too Shady. What's up, Hemi? So you see, they're not sending out my notifications. Again, they have shadow banned my channel. Again. Once again, they are shadow banning my channel. Once again. Dr. Pablo said, what's up, Hemi? As y'all can see, I'm going to be leaving YouTube soon. I'm gonna be leaving this. I can't do this, man. This is crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's insane, bro.
Dad, there's no more chicken fries. Should I make eggs?
Yeah, just eat eggs till I finish this.
Okay.
Cameron Fields, peace and blessings, Queen. Mike Touche, they do it to champ. Yeah, it's nasty work, bro. DP Rocker, what's up? Ruben Gutierrez, Brandon Woods, what's up? Yeah, it's just nasty work. Big Dog Willie, my brother in Super Chat said, Blue Blood, we were both right. We both knew this. 1,000%. But, so here's the thing. Spence, New York City, what's up, family? Eric Bell, what's up, family? I'm great, family. How you doing? Big Fact, No Cap, what's up? Chris Burrell, what's up? So now, what I've been telling y'all all along, I've been telling y'all these things for a long time, and people said that I hated on the PBC. Man, you just hating on the PBC, right? Rich, what's up, family? I need y'all hit the like button. I need y'all hit the subscribe button. I need y'all drop $1 in Super Chat. Refresh the Super Chat, man. I need y'all to support the channel, support the grind, man. Rico Williams, what's up, family? Jason V239, what's up? So I told y'all before, right? I told y'all before that the PBC don't have a budget from Amazon. They cannot pay Gervonta Tank Davis. How many times you listen to these dudes? Somebody, where's KO Boxing? Box Center Jay Smith, my brother. What's up, family? Salute, MMA boxing addicts. What's up, family? See, I told y'all when they tried to tell you, when KO tried to sit here and tell y'all that the Toyota Center, remember that? And y'all want to, see, KO won the debate. The go along, get along game. DS7, DSZ12, what's up? NHD Production, what's up? D-Boy Dad, what's up? Right? And what did I tell y'all? They don't have a budget to pay Tank Davis. It's about the money. No, can't be. You just don't like the PBC. When all of this conversation about Tank and Lamont Roach, from the very beginning, I told y'all from the very beginning, I said to y'all from the very beginning, the first person to tell you, because my sources are credible. This dude KO sat there and told you his sources deceived him. When have my sources deceived me? He said they either deceived him or they wasn't aware. What did I tell y'all? That ain't what Tank doing. But all I do is hate on Tank, and all he do is praise him. So how can my sources deceive me? How can his sources deceive him? Make this make sense. They give the enemy the right information, and they give the cheerleader the wrong information. Make that make sense. Tank fighting this guy. No, Blue Blood. Here go Blue Blood making up stories again. Right? How many stories he got right? James Cooper, what's up? Somebody tell me how much information he got right they gave y'all. Trillion Dollar Dream Deuce, my brother. He said KO a real one. He was misguided. No, he wasn't misguided. He was lying. Jason, Gion Lennon, what's up? Misguided? No. What misguided was he tried to debate me and tried to debunk me. That was being misguided. Because I get it right, as I told you. Mac Majestic, what's up? And as y'all know, I get it right. My sources don't misguide me. Period. Misguided? Ha! Nah. No, sir. Remember when him and Phenom was running around talking about, oh, Blue Blood said everything in boxing is subject to change. And everybody was laughing? So what happened? Now he was misguided? No. He wanted to push a narrative because it plays to the masses. That's what he wanted to do, my brother. He was okay with pushing a narrative he knew very well was not true. And he was okay with pushing that narrative because the mass majority of people will side with that. Maya Egypt, peace and blessings, Queen. That's what happened. Mr. De Niro, what's up? He was okay with pushing a narrative and using these hypotheticals, and pushing a narrative. When we discussed Uncle B Pipe Smoking, what's up? When we discussed the Shakur Stevenson, right? The Toyota Center. No, the Toyota Center, he kept trying to, I'm telling him the sky's blue. He trying to tell, oh, no, it's not blue. It's light blue. No, it's not this. It's not this, right? Trying to, bro, what the? This B is just annoying me, right? No, he was okay with pushing the narrative because he felt like the people was cheerleading for him. See, what he like I said to y'all, and I said this before, they ain't fans of you, brother. They just detractors of me. There's a difference. I'm gonna say it again. They're not fans of you. They're just detractors of me. So, yeah, they're going to go along and get along with anything you say positive about Gervonta Tank Davis because they want it to be that way. You got to understand, Friar Frequency, what's up? When people want it to be a narrative to be painted, right? If you tell kids want to believe there's a Santa Claus. Yeah, Dante's boxing talk. He said the man said Tank was about to call out Keyshawn Davis. Where he get that from? Right. Where did he get that from? Because ain't no credible source that I talked to felt like he and told me he was calling out Keyshawn Davis. No stretch of the imagination. Not one. Not one. Southwest Dice, what's up, family? Tiny Toon, what's up? Brutal, what's up? Did y'all ever hear me say he was calling out Keyshawn Davis? That's not true. Regular J, what's up? But here's the thing. If you want that to be true, and you want to push that narrative, let me tell you, $1 trillion dream deuce. Big Drew, what's up? If I make a video right now and say, yo, Keyshawn Davis or Shakur T, all I do is cheerlead for Tank Davis, right? And I say, hey man, Mark Bolivia, what's up? Slim Hussein, what's up? Hey man, Tank Davis team. Okay, to give you an example, $1 trillion dream deuce. Y'all know I have a close relationship with Bill and Devin Haney, right? So if I make a video and sit here and tell y'all, hey man, Devin Haney gonna call out Shakur Stevenson after Brian Norman, or Devin Haney gonna call out. I was just told Devin Haney gonna call out. Devin Haney gonna call out. Just Me E, what's up? Lieber 926, what's up? Devin Haney gonna call out Shakur Stevenson and pursue Shakur Stevenson after Brian Norman fight. Tossing his salad. No, I'm not. Just Me E, what's up? Colin Frederick, what's up? Trillion, you gonna believe me, right?
La muchacha del bebé.
Right?
Okay. Gracias.
Matthew Manhunt Walters, what's up? Mr. Janal Hill, what's up? Right? If I told y'all that, right? If I said that, everybody here inside the square circle, my brother King Judah, what's up, family? Right, $1 trillion dream, you gonna believe me based off of the people saying that I'm a Devin Haney fanboy. I sit down to eat with Devin Haney. Zab Boxing Nation, salute, family, salute. Robert the Great, what's up? Craig Pruitt, what's up? The Genome Adventures, what's up? You gonna believe me, right? So if I sit here, taking man, hey man, Bizzo128, what's up? The Goat 95, QI Dub Network, Robert Dyke, what's up, family? My brother Claymore Rain in the building. My brother, my codes, what's up? Salute to my brother, the notorious at Bluebirds for stirring the pot in these streets. Salute to your family. What you doing right now? So that's a big Black Pistol. What's up? That's huge. Woo! I just put in my pain, Clay. Crypto Chris, Rich Porter, what's up? I put in 500 push-up, 100 pull-ups. I ain't do my dips because my shoulder hurt. But I'm doing my shoulder later. Here's the thing, right? Say less, Clay. Say less. Let's push each other. Reg Joe, Deuce 3, what's up? Raider Transplant, Angelo, what's up? So if I tell y'all that, you will believe me. That's a tall order. Before you even put that out, you should do your due diligence. Tank gonna call out Keyshawn Davis after the Lamont Roach rematch? Come on, man. First of all, Keyshawn ain't even at 135. And Tank said he don't want to fight above 135. You think Keyshawn gonna fight him? Keyshawn just missed weight. They not built like that. What's up? Keyshawn just missed weight. You think that Keyshawn Davis is gonna fight Tank with a rehydration clause and all that? Come on, man. Use your common sense. That sounded good, and that was a great narrative to push. So that way, you can try to justify the actions. That's what that was. Right? And now you placing blame on your sources. Now you're going to place blame on your sources. RJ, what's up? Absolute. What's up, family? And so what did I tell y'all? I said the PBC, it was about money. Mr. J-Dub, Texas 20, what's up? I told you it's about money, right? This dude told you, nah, it ain't about money. Where's the proof of that? When me and him, when he sat here, didn't he say, it ain't about the money? Where's the proof of that? No, Tank just loyal to PBC. Don from Philly, what's up? G tatted up, what up, nephew? Yeah, they're not sending on my notifications. Right? He said, no, it ain't about the money. It's about the date. How you know that? Thor Hero, what's up? Cordero Harris, what's up? When I said it's about the money. No, where you get that from? Because Dan Raphael, didn't he sit there and tell y'all that? When I said it's about the money, they're trying to underpay Tank Davis. He not happy with the situation. No, he loyal to the PBC. Freedom March, what's up, family? I said he should go get the bag. No, he loyal to the PBC. Why he got to do all that? Ain't that what he said? Using these hypotheticals, and y'all was running around, the cheerleaders high-fiving the judge. Yeah, he cooked blue blood. Well, guess what Jake Paul just said? As I told you. What did I been telling y'all? Freedom March. What I've been telling y'all this whole time. I said that there's an issue, a disconnect with the money with Tank Davis and the PBC. He's not happy with the situation. I said that they're trying to force, and they need Tank Davis to participate in these fights because they need him to do these pay-per-view numbers. They need his services. Didn't I say that? I said they need him to fight. I said they're trying to push him into the fight. What did Jake Paul just say? The PBC and his team was trying to force him into the Lamont Roach fight. He didn't want to do it, and he accepted my fight. What do you know? What do you know? And then he says, for low money. Well, what do you know? Well, what do you know? Who was saying that? Well, what did KO say? Whose sources? Who told you that? Well, what do you know? So now Jake Paul, wait. I guess Jake Paul lying again. Jake Paul lying again. Devin Bell, what's up, family? Antune Carnado, what's up, family? Jake Paul lying again. Jake Paul must be lying again. Dog fight, what's up? When Jake Paul said we was in negotiation last time, Jake Paul was lying then. I don't see it. Hey, whoa. Didn't this dude tell you? Texas 830, what's up? Wait, didn't this dude tell you? Until Tank said it, I don't believe it. But he believed it when his quote-unquote sources told him he was calling out Keyshawn Davis. Wow. Well, what do you know? Well, what do you know? Dog Star Bulldogs, brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. Tank's a solidified sucker. Well, let me tell y'all something again. Let me say this too. Let me say this, right? I'm going to defend Gervonta Tank Davis. And as I was telling you guys, back then when I first told y'all about the Lamont Roach situation and the issue with the bread, I'm going to say this again. Raheem Muhammad, salute, family. I'm going to tell y'all this, and I'm going to say this again. You can't claim this man is the face of boxing. You can't claim this man is the cash cow. You can't claim he's the face of your company and then don't pay that man. That's not his problem. That's not his problem that you guys mismanage the business. That's not his problem. That is not his problem. Let me give y'all an example. Let's say the Kansas City Chiefs suddenly go broke. Now Patrick Mahomes is supposed to stick around and deal with the turmoil because the management made a bad business decision or made a misstep. No, that's not Patrick Mahomes' fault. This is not Tank Davis's fault. Let me say, I said this to somebody very important yesterday. Tank Davis is a victim of his own loyalty. Tank Davis is a victim of his own loyalty. Too loyal for his own good. That's what happened. And then when he started putting his foot down, and he started saying, oh man, hold on. I'm fighting, and for this, see, now they wanted Anthony Yates. What's up? Now they wanted to be like, well, you gonna fight him, we're gonna give you the value. Oh, no. See, because now you got me accustomed to living a specific lifestyle. Let me give y'all another example. And I'm not calling this man a woman. You can call him whatever you want. I won't disrespect the man. Hey, what's up, family? Freedom March, my brother in super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. I'm gonna say this, right? let's say you get with a woman and you up. You up. You get with this woman and you up, right? And part of you getting with this woman is you selling her a lifestyle. You selling her a lifestyle. Remember, when PBC and Floyd Mayweather, they got with Tank, they sold him a lifestyle. Hey, bro, this is about the bag. We gonna make you, we envy the God. What's up? We giving you the bag. Belts don't matter. Legacy don't matter. Right? You can't eat belts. This is what they sold this young man coming from poverty, people. T-Buzz, what's up, family? This is what they sold this young man coming from poverty. That's what they did. He fell from poverty, right? And so they offering this kid, hey, we going Floyd Mayweather. Do you imagine I'm with Adrian Brown, I'm with Floyd Mayweather. They telling me I'm gonna get this, they telling me I'm gonna get that. He bought into it. Why wouldn't he? And now they hit hard times after he was accustomed to live. They did that. They put him in fights, paying him all this money for fights that we deemed as hardcore boxing fans to be B-level fights. They did that. They overpaid him. They oversold him. So now you fall on hard times. Now you tell this woman, hey, I'm going to get you this Fendi bag, this Louis bag, after I do this deal, but you still got to perform in the bedroom like you was performing. No, she going to pull back because you sold her a lifestyle. Eventually, she going to be like, wait, this ain't what I signed up for. Now, she can stick it out. We're going to eat ramen noodles, and I'll get you the Louis bag. Okay, cool. We're going to eat Subway, and I'll get you the Fendi bag. Cool. Eventually, she going to be like, bruh, when we going to eat at the steakhouse again and get the bag? Because remember, they told this dude, we got you a deal, 7-fight deal, $240 million. They told that dude, he didn't make that up. Tank Davis didn't make it up, people. I don't care. I know we don't like the Jake Paul situation and all that. He didn't make that up. He did not make it up. That did not come out. He didn't sit down. First of all, you see his character. Does he look like somebody just sit down and make up a story? He don't do that. Even when you question him in the interviews and he not sure if he said it or not, he be like, did I say that? He's not even sure. So he didn't sit down and be like, yeah, I feel like telling Najee from Cigar Talk today, I just signed this too. Yeah, I'm just going to conjure up this fake story about this deal I got big in it. Man, stop. He didn't do that. Love my kids. Peace and blessings, Queen. Where you been at? Dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue. She said, love you, Blue. Love you too, Queen. He didn't sit down and conjure that up and make that up. He didn't make that up. Rad Rex, what's up? Slim Hussein said Tank had, yeah, he did, but now he's confused. I get what you're coming from. Tommy Hunt, what's up? But now he's in a pickle. Hey, what's up? Born Rich, what's up? It's just like I'm telling you. J Pitty City, what's up? Boy Cry, what's up? So now you sit there, right? And imagine, right, family, Hussein, that woman will sit there and she will think, like, should I leave? Should I stay? Should I do this? She see the writing on the wall, but she not sure. Should I make this move? Should I do that? Should I? Should I not? Should I? She'll be confused. That's Tank. And I'm not saying he's a woman, but I'm saying his loyalty to them. He's between a rock and a hard place. He don't want to be like, hey, bro, man, y'all sold me a dream. I'm out. Right? Because he don't want to come across because he came from nothing. So he don't want to come across as being ungrateful. Do me a favor, time out, boys be crying. I don't want to see that nonsense in here. Time him out. So Slim Hussein, right? He came from nothing, right? So now he's at a place where it's like, my Lord, he's between the rock and the hard place. Hey, bro, I don't want to come off ungrateful for what y'all did to me, but at the same token, I got to get this bag. And they promising him something that's not real. And his fault, Slim Hussein, like you said, he had the opportunity to make it right. I'm in agreement. His fault is not educating himself. Right? He should have been like, yo, listen, man, let me see the business. Troll, what's up, family? Mad Mom, what's up? Do we got this available? Is this available? Can I get this? Can I do this? Right? Oh, Hugo, my brother in Super Chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, salute, Blue, as you told us. I tried to tell y'all. Dark Star Bulldoze, he said, nah, he ducking the smoke. I agree, because he got accustomed to high risk, high reward, low risk. And now they're telling him, in order for you to get the high reward, you got to take the high risk. And now he's pushing back. That's the issue that I have. Mr. Big Play Brave, what's up? That's the issue that I have. But still in all, right, Dark Star? Still in all, right, Dark Star? We got to look at it from this standpoint as well, right? Jerome Purtle, what's up? You got to look at it. You built me up. You telling the world I'm the superstar, and now you don't even want to pay me to fight Lamont Roach in the rematch? You don't want to pay me the money I'm worth to fight Lamont Roach? But you telling the world I'm X, Y, and Z? Jay Williams, what's up? Stand on business. Hey, my brother in Super Chat, this is sad, man. Fell for the okie doke. Yeah, he did. Well, no, he didn't even fall for the okie doke. PBC took a wrong step, not paying attention when Showtime was getting out the business of the sport of boxing, and they didn't make the right business move to get a budget. They went to Amazon thinking they was going to get a budget. They got a distribution deal, not a budget, and now they can't pay Tank or Canelo. That's why they left. Canelo seen it right. Canelo like, hey, bro, my loyalty over for me, self-preservation before anything. I'm out. I'm out. China Scott, peace and blessings, Queen. You feel me? Easy Paper 84, what's up? He said, I don't believe Tank wants the rematch. So, again, Lamont Roach, Jake Paul said it, and I've been telling y'all, they don't want to pay, they don't have the funds to pay Tank. He wants to be paid. He sees opportunities. He's not, now he's waking up. He's like, hold on. This fight with me and Lamont Roach is a big rematch. I should be getting X, Y, and Z. I told y'all that before the first Lamont Roach fight. This is nothing new. Before we seen the outcome of the first fight, I told y'all Tank was dragging his feet to make the first fight because they didn't have the money to pay him for the first fight. And everybody was like, nah, well, Lamont Roach ain't that big of a fight. He shouldn't be looking for that big of a purse. I told y'all they didn't have the purse to give him to begin with. And he still went through with it. And now the rematch is even bigger. And now they still trying to tell him, hey, we ain't got the purse. He like, bro, all right, man, I can't do this. I've been telling y'all this. Y'all stop listening to these other people, man. That's where the confusion comes in. Boss Conversation with Swaggy. What's up, family? Salute to South Africa. Down from Philly, my brother, salute. Jay Williams, that sounds good. Hey, Will, what up, nephew? T-Bugs, what's up, family? That sounds good, but you got to understand. You've been parading me around like I'm Miss America. And now that you fall on hard times, I'm Miss Streetwalker? No. No. I'm not going to accept that. Drew Titan LLC, the Drew, my brother. So let me give y'all an example. Another example. Maybe this will make it clearer. You remember the woman, that movie Pretty Woman? Pretty Woman. Walking down the street, pretty woman. Y'all remember the movie, right? Black Attack, what's up? So the GOAT 95, what's up? Remember, he took her from poverty and started showing her the finer things in life. Stormy B Man, my brother, Triple OG in the building. TJ, what's up? Remember Chris Light, what's up, family? Julia Roberts, yeah, she was bad. She bad. Julia Roberts is bad. Hassan 7, what's up? So remember, he took her from poverty and he showed her something different. Once, what did I tell y'all all the time? Once you see the truth, you can't unsee the truth. Once you see the truth, you can't unsee the truth. PBC fed Tank Davis and overfed him. Now that they fall on hard times, now you want him to go back to being average. No, he's not going to do that. Simple. And it's not his problem that you fell on hard times. No, it's not his problem that you made a bad step. That's not his problem. It's simply not. So, hey, bro, this fight with Lamont Roach is a big rematch, right? It's a lot of money. I want to get paid. They don't have the money to pay him. So since they don't have the money to pay him, hey, he's not gonna keep doing it on a hey man, I got you when it's over. No. Clearly, there's there must have been some times where they said we got you when it's over and they ain't get him, right? Clearly. J Pity City, my brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He says, as much as I'm not a fan of Rick Glazer, him and you was warning us PBC's financial woes, but Rick comes from a personal place. LOL. Yeah, Rick, but he tells you, right, J Pity City? He tells you that he it's personal for him with the PBC. He don't like him. He tells you that flat out. Right? Oh, Hugo, my brother, back in the super chat, dropping another Cinco on your boy Blue. He said if Tank was going to be bend down for the bag like this, he could have at least did business with Turkey to get the bag he wanted. Now he's getting cooked. Right. I agree with you. I think he should have went with Turkey. He should have did that from the beginning. But you know what, Hugo? Maybe he feel like Lionel Wilson, what's up? Maybe he don't know how to go back to that table. Wilbur Sports, what's up? Oh, yeah. Oh, Dog Star Bulldoze. I'm with you 1,000%. He's afraid to lose 1,000%. The competitor in him, oh, yeah. We see that. We see that flaw. He's afraid to lose. But I'm saying just in this situation specifically, if you want him to go in there with Lamont Roach, you trying to tell him, hey, we ain't going to pay. We going to give you a low. Bro, come on, man. Come on, bro. Listen, one thing for certain, two things for sure. We know about Tank Davis. When Mayweather Promotions and PBC forced him into fights, he took the fights. Even when he didn't want it. Remember, he told us, they forced me to do this Rolly fight. He told us, I don't want to do it. The Pedraza fight, he was like, it's too early, but they pushing me in it. He's told us this, but he went with it. And he came out on top. But he has told us this before. So if they forcing him into this fight with Lamont Roach, this rematch, I'm pretty sure they pay him. He gonna go. He gonna take it. Shalat Yala, salute family. You can't. Here's the thing: we can't go around talking about this dude is a cash cow. He a face of boxing, and then don't want to pay him. Come on, bro. Stop. We can't do that, bro. You promoting them as such. The GOAT 95, what's up? You need me and my services to keep you all afloat, but you don't want to compensate me. Nah. Marvelous Tracks, my brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. Salute, Blue. Tank isn't mentally ready for the real smoke. Did you see his body cam arrest recently? He's done. One last cash out fight, then retirement. I can see that. Let me say this too, right? Let me say this too. because people saying he ducked Lamont Roach. Let me say this. I got to address this. I got to address this, man. Here come the ice cream man again. I need y'all to smash that like button. I don't know how many likes we got, but I need y'all to get the likes up to 400. I need y'all to drop it down in super chat, refresh the super chat, support the channel, support the grind. I need y'all to support the channel, support the grind, man. Y'all see they don't send out the notifications. They don't send you they're not keeping you up there. I need y'all to support the channel and support the grind. Snobby Butters, what's up? Salute, family. James Cooper, what's up? Yeah, here he come again, Stormy. Robert Alexander, what's up? And as I tell you guys, he never stops. My Egypt blessings, Queen. Dermatology, what's up? Nobody buys ice cream from me. He never stops. So anyway, let me say this, right? Because there's a lot of people saying that Tank Davis ducked Lamont Roach. He did not duck Lamont Roach. A1 Hoops on my brother Manuel H. What's up, family? Let me say this again. He did not duck Lamont Roach. Man, he ducked Lamont Roach. No, he did not. He ducked Lamont Roach to fight Jake Paul. No, he did not. No, he didn't. How? This was already the plan before he even fought Lamont Roach the first time. Let me say this again. He was supposed to fight Jake Paul from the beginning before he even fought Lamont Roach. Jamal Rogers, salute. He said, how were you right? I explained that already. Big Kappa 86, what's up? Jamal Rogers said, nah, Blue. Nah, Blue what? Nah, Blue what? Fila Speaks, what's up? He did not. Please stop saying that. Please stop saying that. Let me say this again. Terrell, what's up, Philly? Nobody want to fight Tank. He needs a payday. Let me say this again, okay? Salute to my brother Keith White in the super chat. Much love, family. Appreciate you. Jacob C, salute, family. So let me say this, right? He told you after the first fight that he already had plans and the rematch wasn't happening no time soon. Ray Cutler, what's up? He told you that already. He told you March 2nd that he wasn't rematching Lamont Roach. He said, where's your Jersey boy, Shakur? I'm not from Jersey, so I wouldn't know. Specs, what's up, family? Chris Legg, my brother in the super chat, dropping that Cinco on your boy Blue. He said, Blue, did Roach get step-aside money being Tank invoked the rematch clause after the draw? From what I heard, no. PKTK, what's up? From what I heard from close sources, that's not true. But this is what Lamont Roach is alluding to. So we got to see how that unfolds. But Chris Legg, from what I'm being told, that's not true. But I don't know. How could that be true? Unless the PBC is on the hook to pay Lamont Roach, compensate Lamont Roach for his services. Maybe that's the case. But I can't see why would Tank be responsible to pay him step aside money for what? Born Rich, what's up? Why would Tank be responsible for paying him step aside money when he wasn't the mandatory for the WBA belt anyway? And on top of that, if that is the case, right, Chris Legg? Let's say it's the case, right? If that is the case, like Lamont Roach is saying, then he should be taking Tank to court, right? Cali World, peace and blessings, Queen. he should be taking Tank to court, like Deontay Wilder took Tyson Fury to court. Why what's up? If they had something in place and he's going elsewhere, then he should be taking him to court. Now, the thing I have an issue with is, now, Chris Lay, check this out, right? Now, how could that be the case when he told us after the fight was over in the post-fight press conference, Tank Davis said, I would like to rematch him, but it ain't happening no time soon. I got other obligations I got to settle first. Another fight that's going to be announced. So that means Lamont Roach and everybody had to be aware. Peace be free. What's up? So if that's the case, then how could he, if he had a rematch clause, then Tank would have had to automatically give him the rematch and Jake Paul fight would have been over, right? Now, did Lamont Roach have something in place that say if I win, he got to give me the rematch? But he didn't win. If I have a draw, he got to give me a rematch? I don't understand. How would that work? Dennis Norwood, what's up? That don't sound right. Right? If they drew, so why would he have to give him a rematch? He wasn't his mandatory. He didn't win the fight. I could see him having to give Tank a rematch. Brandon Boussard, what's up? But he wasn't a champion. So it's not like he was a champion and he can say, I need to get my opportunity to get my belt back like Wilder did with Fury. So how does that work? Robert Alexander, what's up? Slim Hussein said, but Jake Paul said Tank had a rematch first. So somebody lying. Yeah, well, the thing is, Jake Paul was saying that it was essentially they had a plan in place, but from my understanding, it was a one-way rematch clause. If Tank lose, then Lamont Roach had to give him a rematch. I can't see why would Tank give him a rematch clause? He ain't give Ryan Garcia a rematch clause. Why would he give Lamont Roach a rematch clause? For what? And he pulled him up in weight like he did Hector Garcia. So why would he give him a rematch clause for what? The rematch clause would be one-way rematch clause where if Tank loses, he would have to give Tank the rematch. That makes no sense. Even if we say Tank is not a duck for Lamont, he's ducked the entire top of it. I can agree with that, but I'm solely talking about this specific situation. I'm not talking about everything else. Hannibal, what's up? Bounce back, Deuce, what's up? Big Jag, what's up? Now, what I think what he should do is different from what I'm saying I don't have a problem with him doing. J-Man, what's up? I personally think that he should be rematching Lamont Roach. That's my personal opinion. You should be rematching Lamont Roach and giving him his opportunity back. Right? And you should just want to prove that you're the better fighter. Out of Sports Guy, what's up? King B Hearts, what's up? Since you had a controversial draw. Right? So I think that's what I believe. But the facts is he told us the night after, right after he got out the ring, I'm not rematching him anytime soon. So why are we acting like this is a surprise? The problem is, living my best life, C. Bowman, what's up? The problem is that this is what happened. What happened is the Jake Paul situation fell through with Netflix. And then Tank was like, all right, man, what am I going to do? And the PBC was like, you got to rematch Lamont Roach. That's where the money is at. And Tank is like, all right, well, I'll rematch Lamont Roach. But then they don't want to pay Tank the guaranteed purse. So now, like Jake Paul is saying, they want him to fight Lamont Roach rematch, but they ain't trying to pay him. We offering him the bag over here at Netflix. So he was already on the verge of fighting Jake Paul. We already knew this. I told y'all that. But this is where the water gets muddy when you start listening to these silly people that's trying to combat what I'm telling y'all with no information. They don't talk to nobody. They're just cheerleaders. What's up, family? So when Jake Paul Netflix didn't announce it, then Tank like, yo, listen, I'm trying to rematch Lamont Roach ASAP because he wanted to get that out the way to get to that Jake Paul bag. Jay Coop, what's up? You understand what I'm trying to tell y'all? We cannot go off of our personal feelings and just do away with the facts. The facts is he told us from the beginning, I'm not rematching Lamont Roach no time soon. And obviously he was waiting to see if the Jake Paul fight will represent itself, and it did. Polo Bob, Pretty Ricky is what they call him. Salute, family. Y'all need to give Blue Blood his flowers. The man always says you might not like what he is saying, but he's giving you the truth. Facts. Right? So, Galvatron, what's up? So here's the thing that I'm trying to explain to y'all, right? Lamont Roach shouldn't be surprised because he never signed for the June fight. Then he never signed for the August fight. And then the PBC was saying, hey, we might make a Pacquiao fight. They was in talks with Pacquiao to try to make a Tank fight. So if he fought Manny Pacquiao, we're going to be saying he ducking? Clearly, he's looking to get the bag. And what they told him he was. What I personally believe, he should rematch Lamont Roach. What I want to see, rematch Lamont Roach. Do I think Lamont Roach deserves it? 1,000%. 1,000% I think Lamont Roach deserves the rematch. 1,000% I think us as boxing fans, everybody here deserves the rematch. But can I go against what he told us before the Lamont Roach fight? If Shakia Fields, peace of blessing, Queen, if Lamont Roach didn't exceed everybody's expectations and perform to the level he did and got knocked out, we would be seeing Tank versus Jake Paul anyway. Lamont Roach threw a monkey wrench in the plans. And so, since Lamont Roach threw a monkey wrench in the plans, we acting like Tank Davis ain't sticking to the script. We want him to alter his GPS now and go back to Lamont Roach when he told you my GPS is making a stop at Lamont Roach, and then the next stop is Jake Paul. But you listen to these folios on these other platforms that tell you, oh, Tank gonna fight. He ain't fighting Jake Paul. Where you see that at? Blue Blood lying. Jake Paul lying. They told y'all me and Jake Paul lying. And then turn around and tell you that their sources misled them because he was supposed to fight Keyshawn Davis. Man, come on, man. Come on, man. Galvatron, my brother in the super chat, dropping that cinco on your boy Blue. He said 100, my bro. Salute, Gal. Where you been at, family? Hope all is well with you. He said Tank will fight Lamont Roach next. I don't even know if Tank gonna fight after this, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even know if he's gonna fight after this. What's up, bro? I don't even know if he's gonna fight again after this, man. I'm being truthful, man. I can completely see this dude walking away from boxing. Oh, now what's up, family? I can completely see this dude walking away from boxing. Completely. Just like, yo, bro, I'm done. And it would be unfortunate because, you know, it's so much meat on the bone, but it is what it is. Life goes on. As I tell y'all, be a fan of the sport of boxing first, be a fan of the fighter second. I don't think it's going to happen, Maya Egypt. don't think it's gonna happen. I think Tank gonna take his ball and go home. I think he's gonna take his ball and go home. And it's unfortunate, but guess what? You know what? It's for me, it's happened in sports plenty of times. You know what I'm saying? Athletes step away from the sport prematurely. Athletes step away from the sport prematurely all the time. And guess what? Jake Paul trying to fight Anthony Joshua. Barry Sanders down for Philly, 1,000%. Eric Bell, what's up, family? Smart move for Tank, but disgrace for the sport. Yeah, 1,000%. Dark Star Bulldogs. I agree with you 1,000%. It's unfortunate for us as fans of the sport. But guess what? This is why I tell people be a fan of the sport of boxing first, be a fan of the fighters second. The fighters are always going to disappoint you. Some way, shape, form, or fashion. You might get a handful that don't disappoint you. I mean, do y'all realize, some of y'all may not remember this. Do y'all know how long it took to make Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns, Sugar Ray Leonard, and Marvin Hagler? 70 times 7. What's up? I think because it's out of sight, out of mind, or time passes and you forget. Do y'all? It took 5 years to make Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, people. 5 years. We never got Riddick Bowe and Lennox Lewis, ever. We never got Riddick Bowe. Y'all don't remember how big, a lot of y'all don't remember how big of a fight Lennox Lewis and Riddick Bowe was. Haney defense team, what's up? A lot of y'all don't know how Lennox Lewis and Riddick Bowe was bigger than Wilder and Joshua. The thing that made Wilder and Joshua so big, J-Man, what's up? Curtis Gilliam, what's up? The thing that made Wilder and Joshua so big was it was one was from the UK and one was from the States. Now, Lennox Lewis was from the UK, but Lennox Lewis represented Jamaica, then the UK. Like he kind of was like in limbo, right? Timmy to Icy, what's up? Right, so he was kind of like in limbo, like he didn't really represent the UK. Remember when Lennox Lewis fought Frank Bruno? Frank Bruno was like, this dude is a fake British fighter. He ain't from UK. He ain't British. Brian Dahl, what's up? So it was kind of like, you know, but Aaron Pryor and the Hawk and Sugar Ray Leonard never happened. Kenny, what's up, family? It never happened. See, a lot of y'all don't be Hawk. What's up? A lot of y'all think that this is some Johnny come lately type of situation. It's not. It's definitely not. And you quickly learn, if you're a real fan, to be a fan of the sport of boxing first and a fan of the fighter second. I thought Sugar Ray Leonard was never going to fight Marvin Hagler. Most of the boxing world thought that was never, ever going to happen. If you go back and look at the documentaries with Sugar Ray Leonard tells you he already made up in his mind, him and his family, that he was never going to fight Marvin Hagler. Y'all got to go do your research. He had made up in his mind he's never going to fight Hagler. And then he had the eye injury. He was never going to fight Marvin Hagler. And then he said he watched Marvin Hagler fight with his brother. And when he watched Marvin Hagler fight with his brother, with Sugar Ray Leonard and his brother sitting there watching the fight, he saw flaws in Marvin Hagler's game. He saw flaws in Marvin Hagler. Go look this up if you think I'm lying. He saw flaws in Marvin Hagler's game, and he said I turned to my brother, Latrell Matthews, what's up? He said, I turned to my brother and I looked at my brother and I said, I'm going to fight him. I can beat him. I'm going to take the fight. I'm going to do the fight. And his brother said, you are outside your mind. He's going to hurt you. and his family was not approving of it. And he took the fight, and he said he had a game plan, and that was his game plan, to throw flurries in the last 30 seconds of every round to steal a round. That's how he won the fight. He said his game plan was to throw flurries, outwork him the last 30 seconds. He said he told his team to always remind him the last 30 seconds of every round, and they would yell out 30 seconds. It's 30 seconds, and then he would let him go, and steal the rounds from Marvin Hagler. You don't believe me? Go check it out. So if he sat there and he didn't see flaws in Marvin Hagler's game, he would have never fought him. We would have never got Sugar Ray Leonard versus Marvin Hagler. Yep, Lance Jackson at 1,000%. So this is nothing new. Why is confined to me? Peace and blessings, brother. Unknown, what's up? So you would have never got Sugar Ray Leonard versus Marvin Hagler. CEO Joe, what's up, family? Jay, what's up, family? Oh, it's 1,000% legit. November 14th is a Friday. Jake Paul versus Tank Davis going down in Atlanta, Georgia. It's not a rumor, it's a real. Crypto Chris, what's up? So think you might not have ever gotten it. So when we say these things, Orb Jones, what's up? So Tank stepping away, cool. Yeah, Born Rich, it is what it is. Real in boxing, what's up? So that's what I'm saying. Like Tank Davis stepping away early, quote unquote early. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to do what he got. He gotta. Andre Bros, what's up? Isaiah Eman, what's up, family? It is what it is. Listen, let me say this again, right? Because people confuse me when I say these things. I'm not mad at Tank fighting Jake Paul. I just want Tank to fight the other fighters. That's it. A stopgap fight. I was telling somebody this before. A stopgap. Anthony Joshua fought in what's this dude name? What's dude name? Ngannou, right? Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua stopgap fought. Francis Ngannou, Tyson Fury fought him. He got dropped by Francis Ngannou. But guess what? Tyson Fury he still fought Deontay Wilder. He still fought Dillian White. He still fought Alexander Usyk, right? I don't care about that. Anthony Joshua, he fought Francis Ngannou, knocked him out, right? Stopgap fight. Same thing as Jake Paul. And the thing with Tank and Jake Paul is the size difference, right? So Anthony Joshua knocks out Francis. Francis Ngannou ain't no boxer, right? But okay, it's an entertainment fight. He get the bag, cool. But he then still fought Alexander Usyk. He still fights Daniel Dubois. That's the only issue I have. If Tank fights Jake Paul, gets his bag, I don't care. As long as after that you rematch Lamont Roach or you fight in Shakur, I don't care. Stopgap fight to get your bag, why not? Easy money, government bread, easy dough. Government bread, easy dough, as I always say, right? Stopgap fight, right? Okay, I'm gonna fight this guy, but then I'm a stopgap fight and fight you real quick, get this bag, entertainment type fight, and then I'm gonna get back to my legacy and the career and the fights that matter. Yeah, down from Philly, government bread, easy dough. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. The thing is, if you're not gonna give me those fights, then you can't do this. That's the problem. Blue, can you answer this? Will Turkey still be on the side of boxing when they start up TKO? Yes. Turkey's still gonna be doing this thing. But listen, man, if Tank is getting the bag to fight Jake Paul, right? And they're not giving him the bag to fight Lamont Roach rematch, bro, go get your bag and then revisit the fight. But if you're not gonna revisit the fight, that's the only issue I have. But again, like I said, be a fan of the sport of boxing first and be a fan of the fighter second. If he chooses never to box again, okay, well, he ain't gonna box no more. You know what I'm saying? It's disappointing, but okay, on to the next. On to the next. You know what I'm saying? That's what we got to get to the place here, and as fans in the sport of boxing, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody overly got me. Everybody overly invests in one boxer, and then they find themselves disappointed, and now they don't know what to do with themselves. That's what happens. That's what happens. Yeah, if he don't fight, he gonna keep the O on his record. Hmm. But yeah, I just wanted to say that to y'all, man. I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I appreciate y'all coming through, starting up, holding your boy Blue down and showing me love. Let me get on out of here, man. Much love to each and every one of y'all. Make sure y'all tune in at 5:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bro, this B is relentless, bro. He ain't gonna make it through the day. I'm trying to give him a pass, bro. Make sure y'all tune into the channel. I got another video dropping at 5:20 Eastern Standard Time, New York time. They might not send you the notification, so make sure y'all tune in. 5:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I got another video dropping at 5:20 Eastern Standard Time. So in about 40 minutes, I got another video dropping. So make sure y'all tune in to see that video I'm dropping. It's an important video. You're gonna like that video, man. So make sure y'all tune into that upload, man, because they ain't gonna send you the notification. So make sure y'all tune into that upload. It's gonna drop at 5:20 Eastern, New York time. Appreciate y'all coming through, stunning up, holding your boy Blue down, and showing me love. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. It's your boy Blue signing off. I'm gone. Peace.